Hello everyone, and thank you very much for watching. This is me, Mr. P, and in this video I would like to talk to you about Wimaxit display, 8-inch display, which works with Samsung DEX. Let's begin. It's been quite a while ago, well, thinking I probably haven't recorded a video for about a month or two, probably even 2 months ago. Anyway, the last video, one of the last videos where I done a review about the product was a Wimaxit 12-inch portable display. And that was a small unit. That was a very light and small display to use with Samsung DEX. But Wimaxit reached out again and said, wait, we have even smaller display. And that is the Wimaxit M818 display, 8 inches, as runs at 1280 by 720p at 60 Hz, and Samsung DEX works on it. But before going into that, I want to just give a little rundown exactly what this device does. What we have here, so we have 8-inch portable portable. It's not portable because there is a barrel plug connector. That's the one I have already connected into a wall plug, and we're going to use that. I will show you all the things, how it works. So basically it's not portable display. I'm used to saying Wimaxit portable display so many times. This is a Wimaxit display that 8 inches in size, like I said, is 1280 by 720p. It has a bunch of connections. I'm going to jump straight away to this leg kind of thing, because I'm going to take that off in a minute. Just I want to show you how it all works. So there's like a twisted knob kind of thing. So you can lock it in like 180 degrees rotation. And once you undo that quite a lot, you can go this way. So you have a lot of basically possibilities how you want to mount that. You can mount that on a wall like this. So attach this to a wall. Let's say I tighten this up. There is a wall. Ooh, somebody at my door. My Ring camera decided to notify me about it. I'm just going to put this on mute. Anyway, put this on a wall and you can keep it like this. You can undo that, keep it like this, and mount it on a desk, because this leg has 2 holes here. So you can basically screw that onto the wall ceiling. For example, on the ceiling, let's say you can go this way. So you mount this on the ceiling, or you can go this way, mount like this on the ceiling. Let's say you're in a camper van or something and you're traveling a lot and you want to have like a small screen. I don't know, let's say set up for rear view camera when you're reversing back in your camper van or something. So that should work. One thing to mention about this, once I get all tied up, it is a bit loose. It's not a big deal. It's not destroying the functionality, not basically tanking functionality to the ground, but just annoyance. And the thing why it wobbles a bit, if I undo this. So it has like a metal thing here, which you slide into the groove here, and the groove is like 1 millimeter wider than it's supposed to be. And once you add that in and you tighten it up, it wobbles a bit. Even this tightening mechanism doesn't help. The ports we have, which way I'm going to show you this way or this way? This way. So on the left hand side, looking this way, there's a barrel plug, DC 12 volts. That's how this display will receive the power. VGA. VGA is probably the most used port by me, most used port on this monitor, because just before I decided to record this video, I had to reinstall my work PC Windows, and instead of grabbing 27-inch monitor, I just got at that on with the leg and everything on the top of the box, computer box, connected VGA and got Windows 10 sorted, no problem. Then I had to do the similar thing for my friend, and again, instead of trying to hunt for a bigger display, we just grabbed that, and that works straight away with no problems at all. Next, followed after the VGA, we have HDMI, and that will work with Samsung DEX. Then we have audio video, left and right channel. We have USB. USB port is used for reading multimedia from USB drive, USB stick, and BNC at the end. BNC at the end, if I'm going to show you again, BNC at the end. This looks like an old-fashioned TV antenna kind of thing. So this can probably show you TV channels of the antenna. And at the back we have ventilations, and there's a 75mm VESA mount connection. So if the leg, the wobbly leg that you can attach here, is not your cup of tea, you can basically mount this on the 75mm VESA mount adapter. At the top we have a couple of buttons here. From this side we have a power. We have a selection button, so basically rotation, you go from A, B, C, D, and then go back selection. The middle button is for menu. This one is OK, select, and this one cancel, deselect, and then we have LED light which lights in red once it's turned on. All this thing is made of metal, and I do have a measuring tape already, measuring tape ready. So it's 8 inches this way, 5 inches this way, 1.5 inch this way. So how I'm gonna get everything right now tested for you guys. I do have HDMI cable. So here you go, HDMI cable goes to QGM USB-C hub. I will use my Fold 3 without any connections, and that's how it's gonna go. Next, right, let's go and plug in the power. I do have a power ready. Let's plug that in. And here we go. As you can see, if you can see, there's the brightness resolution thing is really taxing. So I think I'm gonna do this way. We're just gonna do this camera angle right now. So blue screen shows no signal, pops in across the screen. And right now what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab HDMI cable. I will plug in HDMI cable into the HDMI port. USB-C goes into my Fold 3. That's plugged in. Let's go this way, and my phone should detect that I have HDMI connected, unless I think this is one of the USB-C hubs that is basically, I have a lot of USB-C hubs, and some of them started to play up, so this is probably going to be one of these USB-C hubs that just decided to not work for me. So give me a second. Here we go, I'm back, and good old green USB-C hub saved the day. I do have a DEX output here. Here we go. So Samsung DEX at 1280 by 720p, 60 resolution, 60 Hz resolution. I'm just gonna switch the mouse into the Samsung DEX. Here we go. So if we go into settings, I need to do the same with the keyboard. Settings, jump into settings. If I go to my Samsung DEX settings for resolution, it is locked. I can't change Samsung DEX resolution. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up because camera brightness level things goes off. But anyway, Samsung DEX works. And yes, Samsung DEX working, you can do things on it. But for me, I've been using this in Samsung DEX for a couple of weeks now. And to be honest, it is not the greatest experience for Samsung DEX. Don't get me wrong, there is websites that will show perfectly on this screen with this small resolution. It will show everything. You will be able to read everything. All the text is legible, no problems at all. Other websites is struggle. This monitor has speakers built in, but these speakers actually are not the best ones in the world. As I mentioned in previous videos, I like to call speakers, that type of the speakers, notification speakers, because that's all they are good for, just for notification reasons, just to get you attention about something that is happening. So if I go in this video,
the table, first of all, this white desk is a IKEA height adjustable desk. This was my office desk, and obviously when I moved to work from home, I took the desk with me. I will try to find it on the IKEA website and leave it.
This is that's a speaker quality, like you heard just now. That is not the greatest in the world. It's way below the average, like I like to name them, but they're fine if you want to get notification on, let's say, once the email arrive, on when the task is finished, and the ping will happen. The actual speakers blasting through these two holes here at the back. They're on the sides. They're more, these holes for more ventilation, but obviously sound will leak through the side as well. Once you're listening to music, or once you're listening to audio on this monitor, the actual back vibrates. Well, feels like it's vibrating, because like it's the speaker's trying to output too much sound. They're trying to overpower the sound that actually they're capable of. I'm gonna quickly jump into the browser. Let's close the tabs. Let's go into Samsung DEX. Just reopening Samsung DEX. Obviously my Samsung DEX is in a dark mode, so you'll be able to see better on the screen. But here we go, Samsung DEX. I can see exactly what's happening. My DEX implementation, DEX on the monitor, PC and TV. Here we go. I can see all the comments and etc. It is legible. There is my Samsung DEX post, 151 upvote. I like this guy's Samsung DEX setup. It looks super cool. It looks super cool. Here we go. I really do. I really like this. And it's a high adjustable desk. This is great. Anyway, so some of the websites, like I said, will be hard to read. Others will be fine. Overall, this monitor is usable. Well, it works with Samsung DEX, but it's not. I would not say that this is like you should be your main monitor to use on Samsung DEX. What I see this monitor, or usefulness of this monitor, or where I would suggest to use this monitor is, for example, if you are, let's say you work in an industry where you have to monitor equipment. Let's say there is a machine that makes parts for your company and you have an app for that. And once you're on your phone, let's say a normal size phone, and you're trying to monitor the app, what's going on, it might be hard to see the proper, the phone will struggle, or the app will struggle to show you the proper graphs or in a proper way for you to understand it better. So something like this, where you have the small phone plugged in next to it and DEX outputs and an app outputs on this screen, obviously it's going to be bigger and it's going to be much better for you to see it. It's more like a monitoring thing while your phone is getting charged, while it's connected to USB-C hub. For me personally is not, I just tapped my screen. I thought my phone just went in halves. Anyway, so fold phone, and if I take this, let me quickly switch the camera again. So Wimaxit screen, I will turn this on just for better visualization. So Wimaxit screen, 8 inches. If I put my Fold 3 on top of it, I have like a 1 inch gap on the side. Yeah, it is 1 inch gap. So my phone almost covering the actual screen of the Wimaxit display. So for me personally, this monitor to monitor stuff is not the great thing, because, well, I can open my phone and monitor this way exactly what's going on. Anyway, Wimaxit 8 inch. I was about to say portable display again. Wimaxit 8 inch display, M818 model number, and like I said, 1280 by 720p resolution. Samsung DEX works on that. Speakers, the brightness actually on the screen, that's the one I forgot to mention. Brightness of the screen is great. So Wimaxit 8 inch portable display. Wimaxit 8 inch display. It works for Samsung DEX, and it has a lot of connections at the back that is definitely will find a place in your life. It will be probably on your desk, or somewhere in a warehouse, somewhere in a garage or garage, or a camper van. You just connect this to something like a Jackery, and you have this one running, and you can watch videos, YouTube, or enjoy my content and subscribe to my channel. Anyway, thank you much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.